Alrighty, so the extended patch notes are out now that I am awake. I'm sure they've been out for probably a couple of hours, but we're going to go over the actual patch notes for the upcoming 2-year anniversary that just, it's going to be coming out on JP and Korea tomorrow. So that means on global, we're going to get it in roughly 2 weeks. So I've already read over all of this stuff in the patch notes, and I have to say, Diane is crazy. Like, there's a lot going on. It's really hard for me to tell how good she actually is without seeing like actual gameplay and stuff like that, because I'm more of a visual learner kind of person. But there's a lot to unpack here. So she is a red unit. She is not a light unit. The one thing that I do want to say is we did read through some of the dev notes on stream after the actual like DN live stream ended. And they say in there that there's pretty much going to be a second festival after this one, I'm pretty sure, which is going to have the light unit on it. So I urge you not to, if you're not interested in this Diane, don't feel obligated to summon. Like, she does seem pretty good, but she might be a little niche. She's not like a super big like powerhouse like a lot of the other festivals are. So I could see a lot of players not really wanting to play this kind of unit. But obviously, if you want the character, go for it. I'm not telling you not to summon. I'm just saying this could be an easy skip for some people, and for others, try not to overspend on her, because obviously, if there's another festival right around the corner, you're probably going to want to be able to try to summon on that as well, since that one's going to be a light unit, and light units are going to have an additional effect, just like dark units have, like the new melee. So she's a red unit. Her passive is a wall of text. When allies receive damage from enemy attacks, increases the hero's damage dealt by 10% up to 50%, so it stacks 5 times. When the hero loses HP due to skills or skill effects, accumulate the HP lost up to 500,000. When the hero loses HP due to skills or skill effects, accumulate the HP lost up to 500,000. When using skills, increases the damage by 20% of the accumulated amount, which is really interesting. When taking a stance, allies take 40% less damage. So she's got like a built-in Tarmiel system, but she doesn't take extra damage because of it, so better than Tarmiel. If she takes 500,000 damage, that's the absolute max cap on that. She does 20% additional damage of the amount accumulated. Increases the damage by 20% of the accumulated amount. I'm not exactly sure how all of that's going to calculate. That seems weirdly worded and everything. So all I know is that's going to make her hit really, really hard. So her stance does taunt, of course, so she's going to be the one taking most of the damage. I honestly don't know how you're going to get around this unit yet. This unit, obviously she's not invincible, but you're gonna really want to build up some cards and stuff like that and take her down quickly, I think, because in the live stream they showed off the KR live stream that we watched, when they were showing off the unit in PvP. The team that they went against was the traditional sort of melee team, so it was Melee, Gother, and Escanor. And Escanor was doing tons of damage to her, and it really wasn't taking that much off of her HP. And Melee's Amplify really didn't do super crazy amounts either. Which they did okay in the beginning, but after they attacked her a couple of times, she gained a lot, and it just, I don't know. It seems like she's a really big snowball character, kind of like some of the Meliodases are, where if you attack them too much, they sort of build up and retaliate, kind of deal. The attack card is inflicts pulverized damage, which is the exact same thing as Festival Gother. So inflicts pulverized damage equal to 450% of the attack on one enemy. When the hero has 4 or more ultimate move gauge, reduces the enemy's ultimate move gauge by 1. If you don't know, pulverize is the one where it's kind of like the opposite of or not necessarily the opposite, but it's kind of like Detonate, where you want to have a full ultimate gauge, but Diane wants to have a full ultimate gauge to do more damage, not the enemy. So instead of it being like Detonate, where if they have higher ultimate move gauge, you do more damage. If you have higher ultimate move gauge, you do more damage. So definitely interesting. Inflicts suppressed damage, which I think on global this is called Quell, which is the new Sariels ultimate as well. So inflicts Quell damage equal to 380% of attack on all enemies, recovers HP of all allies by 3% of the damage dealt, and then at max level it's 570, and then it recovers HP of all enemies all allies by 30% of damage dealt. So Quell sorry, I just woke up. Quell is for every stance on the enemy, increases the damage by 5%. 5%? Are you serious? And then of course the 6/6 is 50%. That's insane. That's so stupid. Why do they do stuff like this? Like, why not just increase the damage? Why does this part, which is probably the most important part of the ultimate, why does this have to be changed? That's infuriating, kind of. The banner itself is a 4 festival unit banner, and there are some really decent units on this banner as well. Unfortunately, it's chocked full of characters, so unfortunately, if you're trying to go for like these bottom 3, like I know a lot of people are, you probably aren't going to have a whole lot of luck. I mean, they're on the banner at least, so hopefully people get them, but yeah, Waves of Earth Diane is obviously rated up. The one Escanor, Purgatory Bond, and Harlequin King, the new Chad King, are all at 0.25, which is cool. It's a 4% banner. And then the rest of the units, there's 3 coin shop units. I think these 3 might actually be the Commandment coin shop units as well. I can't ever remember if it's the Elite Demons or the 10 Commandments, but the regular Tarmiel is on here. The new green Sariel is on here. I'm not exactly sure which monos these are. I'm assuming it's red and blue, but I can't be too certain on that. I don't have green, so if one of these is the green mono, that would be cool. Mark II Valenti, Empress of the Sea, Easton of Authority. I think that is the Awakened Easton, which I don't have her either, so it probably is the green mono, actually. And then you have Brunhild, Magelda, and Excalibur Arthur on here as well. So I know a lot of people really want Magelda lately, so I guess best of luck if you're summoning on this. The actual banner, 300, 600, 900 mileage. You get to pick between any of the festival units at the very end. They are going to be doing a special anniversary gacha as well. We looked over this a little bit. They had like an infographic. He doesn't have it here, unfortunately, but it is basically a free banner where, it's not as close as I thought it was, but there's going to be a login event where you're going to get, I think it's 14 tickets. Or no, I don't think it's 14. Where is it? It's so many tickets. It's 20 tickets. You get 20 tickets to summon on this new banner. They're all free summons, and I don't know exactly what the banner lineup looks like, but at 300 mileage you get to pick between one of the original Archangels to grab, so the regular Sariel, Tarmiel, and the regular Ludociel. And then at 900 or at 600 mileage you get to choose between the Wedding Diane, the newer Halloween Diane that a lot of people skipped because she came out with Halloween Slater, and then Red Matrona. So if you need Red Matrona, she is going to be given away for free. All you have to do is choose her as your character once you hit the 600 mileage on this banner, which is really nice. I think that they're realizing how difficult, the bird and everything like that is, so they're trying to give more opportunities to get the team that are like the characters that you need for the best teams and stuff like that. So they're releasing Magelda quite a bit more recently. They're releasing Matrona a little bit more recently, and they're even giving Matrona away, which is really nice. So chapter 22.5 on the story is coming out, so that's cool. They showed off like a little bit of a cutscene from it during the live stream, and looks really neat, so looking kind of forward to messing with that. New anniversary special card pack. It looks like they're going to be, you get some of the packs from Event Boss, Hawk's Treasure Hunt, 5th and 6th round. which they showed off the new event boss as well. I have to say, I'm not a big fan of his design. I feel like they always end up boasting, and they're like, oh man, we got the original, like, we got Subaru, or what is his name? I can't remember his actual name. But they got the author of the manga to make this boss, as well as like they've done it in the past. They're like, oh, we got the manga creator to make some of these things. I have to say, I hate the design of this new boss. It looks really dumb in my opinion, so take that for what it's worth. I'm not trying to bash the manga creator, but I wasn't a big fan of the way the boss looked. The card set effect, though, is increases the base stats of base rarity SR allies in PvP by 5, 12, and 20%, which is a pretty hefty bonus. So you could potentially use that for like Gil Thunder in the back or something, or I don't know, if you use a lot of SR characters, or maybe there's some SR characters that you want to use, this card set's going to be helpful for that. Obviously, there's going to be 3 new costumes for Diane, because it's a brand new Diane, and there's 1,000 brand new Dianes that come out a year, so 3 new costumes for you if you need to buy those. Obviously, this one's a festival unit, so I'm probably going to end up buying all of these. But yeah, I'm actually a big fan of all of these and how they look. Normally, there's at least like 1 or 2 that I'm not really a big fan of, and then there's one that I clearly want to use. But honestly, I like all of these. I really like this one in the middle, though. I don't know what it is about this like little jumpsuit thing and that like jacket with like the puffy like sleeves on it or whatever. It's just so cool in my opinion. Festival coin shop units. The following fest units will be available in the coin shop till 27th of January 2022. That's over already, and you can exchange for them by using 3 festival coins: Lost Vein, Goddess Liz, Winged King, 1 Escanor, Little Merlin, Purgatory Bond, Hijack Gother, Protector King. Okay, cool. There are 4 new Holy Relics, and they're going for fairies this time around, which is kind of cool because fairies haven't gotten any Holy Relic support yet. So regular Skinny King increases the hero's damage by 80% when attacking debuffed enemies, which is pretty interesting. I think all of the kings deal some sort of debuff, but obviously you don't have to use the king to debuff the enemy to attack to get more off, because I was thinking about it, and that actually isn't super helpful for the blue old king, because blue king only petrifies, so you would have to petrify them and then attack again and get increased damage, which would suck. But I don't know, 80% of damage or like 80% damage dealt is pretty high. But then again, the characters are really old and they don't do a whole lot of damage nowadays anyway, so I don't think this is going to be like game breaking or anything. Fat King increases the hero's stats by 3% for every debuff on the enemy, stacking up to 10 times. I'm not really familiar with any of the Fat Kings. None of them have ever really been meta relevant or anything like that, so I don't really know how good this is. I don't know if he debuffs a lot, but that is a maximum of 30% basic or 30% stats, which is pretty hefty. Gerard decreases all enemies' ultimate move gauge by 2 at the end of the ally's turn when the ally defeats an enemy. So they're pretty much adding what's her name, Athena from the KOF collab. They're adding her passive as a holy relic to Gerard, which is kind of interesting, but Gerard's not good, so I don't know. Helbram is also getting one. Increases fairy race allies' basic stats by 20%, which is pretty interesting. There could be something to do with that one and like maybe the newer king on a team together, but I don't know. I don't think that'll be enough to really do much with it. System improvements. They're going from player rank 90 to player rank 100, which is cool. The training grotto is finally getting a little bit of a rework. They showed some of that on stream as well. Reset will occur every week on Monday, so every week on the same day that the bird and like the bird boss resets, like the creature's nest resets. I'm pretty sure they're going to be resetting the training grotto as well, which is really nice, so that way it's scheduled. You don't have to worry about like, oh no, it's been 5 days for some reason and it's off cooldown now, and I'm not really prepared to run this at the moment, but I feel like I have to because it's on a timer. So that should be alleviated. Phantom Ambers will now appear regardless of levels cleared, as long as you have cleared 3 regular levels. Level 4 of the regular ambers have been added, and monster roster will be changed. So they're changing which bosses you're going to actually be fighting during the stages, and they're adding a 4th level. And from what I remember in the dev notes, I think they said level 4 is going to be a bit harder. It's not going to be like super crazy hard, but it's going to be a bit harder, and you're going to get additional rewards for it. So if you have like a lot of characters in your box sort of built up and everything like that, you should be able to clear, you know, all of the level 4s and potentially get more rewards each time you run it. So and if I'm not mistaken, I think they're going to make it to where you can skip ticket on the training grotto as well, which is going to speed through it tremendously. So really looking forward to that. Improvement for knighthood, guild wars and stuff like that. I really don't know much about this. Balancing changes. If you want to, you can pause and read these. I don't participate in Guild Wars, so I don't really know anything about any of this. So there you go. They're also adding the special costumes, which I don't really know what's up with this. I'm assuming this is the bracket that you're in. So if you're in the highest bracket, you get more costumes. And if you're in I think this is like if you're the top guild, perhaps, you not only get like the regular melee outfit, which actually you have to be the top one to even get any of the melee outfits, but you get a melee outfit for all 3 variants of melee, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not assault mode, I don't think, because I think this is just regular demon Meliodas. But yeah, you get all 3 variants of him. You get the one Escanor. You don't get regular Escanor, actually, which I'm kind of surprised about. You get regular King and the new Chad King, Goddess Elizabeth, Diane, Gother. I think this is Festival Gother. This looks like regular Bond, but this might end up being able to be used for Purgatory Bond, and then Small Merlin. And then if you barely squeak by and you're still in the top, but you're like at the lowest, you can use Little Merlin. That's it. So very interesting. Character intimacy filter. I'm not exactly sure what this is saying, because it didn't get translated or anything like that. I don't know. There's a new filter that you can search for characters and stuff like that with, I guess. Display costumes with special ult cutscenes will now be a thing, I guess, so that's kind of cool, I guess. I didn't even really realize that certain costumes just change this little cut in. That's all it is. It's nothing crazy, but cool, sure. Character info button expansion. So instead of the Holy Relic button being on the left and this little gear button, I guess, you're going to be able to hit the button down here. It's going to expand up here, and you're going to be able to choose between 4 different options. So kind of cool, I guess. Fine, that's all right. I like how they black this out, because they're using, I can only assume, like a dev account to show this off, and their box CC is probably insanely high. Recommended artifact set, so you can now have the game recommend one for you. Sure. They're adding back the Race Draw 1 tickets to the coin shop. Thank God. They talked about that in the dev notes as well. They said that the reason why they said they removed it in the first place was the fact that they said, we looked at the statistics of people buying items in the coin shop, and this item particularly was one of the least bought items, so they removed it, which just so happened to be coincidentally when people started really wanting it, because Miguelda was on it, and they were adding Scott E to it as well, I think. So I don't know, take that for what you will. It seems like a common mistake that somebody could have made, but at the same time it just seems kind of like weird coincidence at the same time. Special login bonus, of course, so we're going to have a ton of free tickets for that special banner, and then a couple of diamonds extra with that over the course of an entire month worth of drawing. So it won't be until the very end of the festival that you actually are going to get your free copy of Matrona, but I mean, it's coming, I guess. You just gotta wait 4 weeks. That seems like a long time. Special missions, of course, they're going to be doing 1 free multi's worth of tickets for the new Diane banner. All of these seem pretty standard. Cool. They're also bringing back lucky packs, which are the little lucky box thingies that you can buy, and you have a chance to win different rewards. So that's cool. If you're into that thing, village donation event is also going to be going on. And then down here, I'm not even sure what this is referring to, because I tried to look at his page on Grand Cross database, and I really don't see where it was 40% of anything to begin with. But Covenant of Light Sariel, which is the new green Sariels, suppress effect is buffed from 40% to 50%. But from what I see, there's nothing that was 40% about this man. Like, the suppress is down here. Oh, okay, never mind. The suppress itself, suppress for every stance effect on the hero increases damage dealt by 50%. So, dude, that means Diane's getting super shafted. Why do they have to make it like this? Like, oh, so if you're at 1/6, you only get a 5% increase to damage? That's so stupid. And then up to 50%, up to normal, up to what a regular ultimate should be, I guess. That's so dumb. Alright, whatever. It is what it is. They always end up shafting you on festival units somehow. But yeah, she seems really interesting. Honestly, looking forward to seeing how she ends up working out. Definitely going to be paying close attention to the next couple of, or the next 2 weeks on JP and, you know, Korea, so that way I can kind of get a feel for the character, what people are going to be sort of like pairing her with as far as teams go. I'm assuming she's going to be a character that you're probably going to want to run like HP crit damage for, because she can do a lot of damage, but you want her to survive so that way she can build up stacks and stuff like that. That would make the most sense in my head, but I don't know, I'm not a genius or anything. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys are excited. I know a lot of people aren't super excited for this new Diane, but like I said, they're supposed to be doing, I think, another festival shortly after this one for a light unit as well, which I'm assuming is going to be a Liz, which I know a lot of people aren't excited for either, but I don't know. Take your pick. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.